lifting Vaughn up there on that stretcher. Hard to say which leg it is.
Langlois shoots it off the boards. Bob Vaughn lets it drive and goes score! Bob Vaughn!
He gives it into Lemaire, back to LaFoot. The Montreal Canadiens have won the Stanley Cup.
We can look Nystrom. Tonelli to Nystrom. He scores!
The Oilers have won the Stanley Cup.
Time again to go back into the archives. Welcome to Vintage Games here on the NHL Network. I'm Dan Pollard. If Hollywood was writing the script for the Stanley Cup Final in 1982, the underdog Vancouver Canucks would have skated away with a victory. Unfortunately for the Canucks, Hollywood wasn't writing the script, and the New York Islanders weren't about to let the underdog win. The Isles were up 3-0 and a win away from their third straight Stanley Cup victory on May 16th of 1982.
Fans. And now look at the officials working this fourth game of the Stanley Cup Final. Wally Harris, the referee, his 15th year as an NHL referee. John D'Amico, the linesman, is working in his 19th year. And the other linesman you see in the picture there is Jerry Gauthier, who's in his 11th year as an NHL linesman. Billy Smith, and has he been great in the playoffs? He's already won 14 games, which equals the Stanley Cup record for a single season. And Richard Brodeur, who's been the big story with the Vancouver Canucks, the main reason they've made it to the Stanley Cup Final. His average in this series, nothing like it's been through the playoffs, though. Coming into the game tonight, his playoff average is 2.68. The Canucks in the home yellow with black and red. The Islanders in the blue uniform trimmed in orange and white as Berdeen tried to center the puck. Williams going in after it. Battle for the puck along the boards in the Islanders zone. Hotman battling with Moline. Tiger Williams gets the puck to the point. Lars Lindgren shot. Moline just failed to tip it in front. Williams centering it. Berdeen from the boards. Watched by Morrow. Puck centered, went off of Hotman. Lars Moline centering it. Williams couldn't get a stick on it. Moline battling with Trottier. Still in the Islanders zone. Smith covers it up to stop the play. Gary?
Well, that's exactly the type of start that the Vancouver Canucks need. One thing, they have to have a little confidence in themselves, and by forcing the action with Tiger Williams and company, they've established the fact that, look, we're going to be in this game right from the opening faceoff.
I think the amazing part of it is that Tiger Williams is playing center against Trottier, and I'll tell you, the two of them went at each other pretty doggone good in the corner and right from the faceoff. Tremendous pressure by Vancouver. And Gary, as you said, if they're going to get anywhere tonight, they particularly need that first goal. They have to apply the pressure. They have to keep the Islanders in their own zone as long as possible. And that, gentlemen, at times is a very, very tough job.
Now, one thing with Trottier taking a lot of face-offs, as he did the last game, especially in the third period, took every one of them, gives the Islanders immediate control in their own zone, which is so very important.
This face-off between Trottier and Holinka. Vancouver started with a line of Williams, Berdeen, and Moline, which hasn't played together in the series. Smith at the left point. Billy Smith controlling it back to the net. Field goes in to throw a check. Quick break, centering the puck. A weak shot. Trottier. Brought in by Brent Sutter. Moving it on Smith. He's picking up. Gillies throws a check on Howard. Stan Smith took a bump on the boards. A shot by Potvin. Blocked in front. Brent Sutter shoots. That's blocked. Holinka goes to the puck. Holinka, Fraser, and Smith coming out. Fraser brings it in. Smith shoots. Smith. Good save on Stan Smith. Howard kept it in. Ken Morrow controls for the Islanders. A minute and 20 seconds gone. First period, no score. Morrow shoots. Brodeur makes his first save. Doug Howard with the puck. Kurt Fraser. His pass picked off by Trottier. Slowed up by Smith. Howard and Trottier going after the puck. Howard put it off the boards. Bounces in front. Controlled by Ivan Bolderev. To Jim Nill. Coming in on Langevin and Pearson. Nill is decked by Langevin after the save was made by Smith. Colin Campbell shot wide of the net. Langevin to Bourne. Tipped away. Jim Nill. Smith made the save. Bodies flying all over the place as Nill collided with Stephen Pearson. Frantic start to Game 4 in the Stanley Cup Final. And Vancouver wants to keep it alive. Balderus. To Rhoda. To Lindgren. Stephen Pearson checking Lindgren. Mike Bossy gets the puck to Bob Ford. This is Butch Goring in on Campbell. Goring making moves. Puck swept away by Ron Galore. Campbell's going to get a penalty for hauling down Butch Goring. Colin Campbell will go to the penalty box. In this series, they have 6 power play goals in 14 opportunities. No score. 2:29, the time of Campbell's penalty. Center's waved out, so Tonelli and Moline will face off. Tonelli won the draw. Hot man for Bob Nystrom. Passed by Lars Lindgren. Nystrom passed along the boards. Tonelli controlling the puck. Nystrom and Lindgren battling for it. Goring checked by Smith. Moline with the puck. Got it to the line and out. Picked up by Jerry Minor. Minor ragging the puck. Takes it in. Turned around. Butch Goring takes over. The Islander power play. Goring, Tonelli, Nystrom. And on the point, they have McEwen and Putman, and here they come. Butch Goring with the puck. Tipped off Lindgren. Tonelli working to get to that puck. Butch Goring out of the corner. Putman. Shot. Brodeur makes the stop. Jerry Minor trying to clear the puck. Having difficulty. Can't get it out. Putman to McEwen. He shoots. Stopped by Brodeur. Minor, Moline, Smith, and Lindgren are killing the penalty.
Now Brodeur has to come up with another great performance like he did the last game, and he's right on target. 2 key saves in his power play.
Well, today, Steps and Lindgren certainly have cleared the alley in front of the goal so he can see the shot.
Mike Bossy, always dangerous. 15 goals in the playoffs. Bossy into the slot. Shot deflects wide. Chutke from the corner. 36 seconds left in Campbell's penalty. Pearson hauled the puck outside the line. It's offside.
Now, what's very evident, Howie, is that the Islanders are not getting the chance to really set up and the time to make that good shot. The Canucks are all over them, forcing the shot in some areas where they probably would never score.
Well, certainly Potvin and Bossy are trying to work that 2-on-1 play to nil, but what's happened is Gradin's coming across in front and picking off Bossy. Here's in front of the play in front of the net, and it's one of the reasons why Brodeur has made 3 pretty good saves on shots from well out. If he can see it, normally he will stop.
We played 3 minutes, 55 seconds in the first period, no score. Islanders 1 win away from a Stanley Cup. Still on a power play for another 34 seconds. The time left in Campbell's hooking penalty.
That's why you'll see Snaps out there a lot in a penalty-killing role. When you have the likes of Gillies out there, you need somebody big and strong like Snaps to clear the front of that net. He did it very effectively against Trottier.
Snaps has had a great playoff for the Vancouver Canucks. Going to that puck in the Vancouver zone. Bossy racing after it. Smith puts it on the board. Brodeur couldn't pick it up. Stephen Pearson from the point. Brodeur checking. Pearson to Gillies. Trottier to Potvin. His pass intercepted by Thomas Brodeur, who clears it out. 10 seconds left in Campbell's penalty. Potvin back for the puck, the captain of the Islanders. He has 120 points in his playoff career. This is Barry Trottier. Just the far corner. Trottier was in the clear. Campbell's back on the ice. Trottier just missed a great chance. Good pass to Potvin. The shot blocked in front. Campbell coming out with Lindgren. Campbell taken out by Stephen Pearson. Lindgren in after the puck. Trottier with a great chance breaking it off the left board. Saves field. Way off the target as he hurried his shot and missed the net.
In that partial breakaway by Trottier, Brodeur gave him the glove side, gave him quite a bit of room there, and then just tucked it away. What a neat play that was.
Quick Fraser stands field, weak shot, Smith steered it away. Palinka moving in to tie up the puck on the boards as the play stops. The next Stanley Cup playoff game is coming to you from Vancouver.
Well, how often do you see Williams escape a penalty as Trottier and Williams come together? Who's holding who there?
Well, actually the penalty was holding on Trottier at 8:25. So the only penalty out of that exchange was to the Islanders' Brian Trottier. And the Canucks have the man advantage for the second time in the period. There's no score as Brodeur shovels the puck away from Billy Carroll. Carroll and Goring, excellent penalty killers. Look at Goring, hustle right after Bellin, who lost his stick and cleared the puck with his boulder it. Backhand. Blocked. Hotman took him to the ice. Puck is centered. Now clear down the ice.
You just have to admire that forechecking of Carroll and Goring.
Nill goes in after the loose puck. Nill took a hit on the inboards from Ken Morrow. Bob Bourne, great skater, moving that puck out to Anders Keller. There's going to be a penalty to Kirk Fraser for that check on Anders Keller. Hooking will be the call, and Fraser will go to the penalty box.
Now Keller is out there killing a penalty, and Fraser tied him up, and he will get the hooking call. And in 54 seconds, the Islanders will enjoy that manpower advantage.
Well, all you had to do was watch on television Trottier and Williams penalty. You knew that the referee was going to give one to the Vancouver Canucks pretty easy, because that was a very questionable penalty to Trottier.
And maybe the one to Fraser was a bit borderline, too.
Well, it had to be.
Carroll Smith with the puck. Moving in on Gordy Lane. Puck went loose. Stands field. Shoots. Blocked. Big play by Dave Langevin coming out with the puck. Langevin and Carroll, and Langevin dumps it in as he blocked the shot and then cleared the puck away, and it's kept in by Gordy Lane. Doug Howard putting it off the boards and picks it up again. Being checked and forced back. Doug Howard, former first-round draft choice of the Boston Bruins from Toronto. Down to Harold Smith. Lugging it in as he's checked by Gillies and hit by Langevin. What a hit by Langevin on Harold Smith. Lead shoots and deflects wide. Smith goes to the puck. He shoots this to net. It's hectic, but it's still scoreless. Langevin with the puck. Just had a birthday yesterday. Big Dave on the Islander defense was 28 yesterday. Campbell chasing after the puck. It goes loose. Jerry Minor picked it up. Intercepted by Trottier. Islanders on a power play. Trottier. Minor cleared the puck out. As Lindgren checked Trottier, and Minor cleared the puck.
Now a little different. Again, the Canucks going right after the Islanders, not giving them the opportunity to set up.
In goes Nill, the forecheck. Denny Potvin coming out. Mike Fossey. Always dangerous. Moving in on Campbell. Nill breaks up the play. Kicks the puck out with a good effort by Jim Nill.
I like that strategy, Howie.
Well, certainly that's what they have to do. And look at here, trouble.
Tonelli's backhander picked off by Brodeur. Tonelli bumping with Lindgren. Nill gets into it against Tonelli, who's skating away from it. And they want to stay out of that penalty box right now.
Well, especially when they have that manpower advantage. Why do I take a penalty and ruin that? There's a save by Brodeur, and again, you notice the Canucks finishing their checks, taking the man right into the boards.
You know, the Canucks' inability to finish the play, particularly on the attack, has hurt them so far this evening. They just can't make that one pass to bring a guy home free, or that one deke, or a good shift around somebody. I would think a good degree of the play has been up in front of Billy Smith, and the Canucks have had all kinds of opportunities to score goals with one more bit of finesse.
Islanders still on a power play for the next 3 seconds as Nystrom's weak shot goes wide. Vancouver's back at full strength as Fraser's back on. Potvin centering the puck for Goring. He scores! Quick Goring with a high backhander. Islanders lead 1-0.
Those giveaways in your own zone, they'll kill you. And Potvin, he had no intentions of backing out whatsoever. Stayed at that blue line. Now watch this nifty little pass. Right on the stick of Goring and the backhand to the stick side, and 1-0 Islanders. That's the last thing that the Canucks wanted to see happen in this game.
Well, I got to go along with that. Just great pass by Potvin to Goring, and I kind of think Richard Brodeur wasn't challenging the way he should have been challenging. Goring's only option was take it to the backhand and let sort of a weak backhander go, and it beat him to the right side high.
Butch Goring, 6th goal of the playoffs. Denny Potvin got the only assist. 11:38 was the time of the game's first goal. Islanders lead 1-0. Nystrom and Hallward after the puck as Hallward turns with it in his own zone. Nystrom goes right after him and took him out. Tonelli dumping it back in the Vancouver zone, but Nystrom is trapped offside.
That's what I was talking about just a little earlier, Gary. Vancouver Canucks have played just as much of this period up in front of Billy Smith as the Islanders have down the other end. But the Islanders, the Stanley Cup champions, have that great skill on the ice all the time, mental and physical, and when it comes time, when it counts, they'll make the plays and put the puck in the net.
They're working over Harold Snips of the Vancouver bench. Trainer Larry Ashley checking on him, probably the result of that heavy hit by Dave Langevin earlier in this period. Snips has been a very key member of the Vancouver team all through the playoffs. In goes John Tonelli. Butcher swept the puck to the boards. Wayne Merrick to Tonelli. Nystrom's waiting in the slot. The puck came back to the point to McEwen. His shot stopped by Brodeur. The rebound's in front. Brodeur covering up the puck.
Well, the puck control of the Islanders when they're on the attack is just truly amazing. There was nobody home free in front of the net, and the puck come from the far side right across to the left point, and Langevin gets himself a pretty good shot.
Now there's that giveaway, Howie, where Potvin just stayed in the zone, and then a quick look and a quick pass to Goring on his backhand. And again, you talk to any goaltender, he'll tell you I'd rather face a forehand shot anytime, any place, but those backhands seem to give everybody problems.
Well, especially when you put them upstairs. They're pretty tough to stop up there, and I would have to agree again that the Islanders, everything they shoot at Richard Brodeur has to be high.
Being 5'7", would that have something to do with it?
Sure would.
Brodeur, 29 years of age, was drafted by the Islanders in the 7th round in 1972. Here he is facing them in a Stanley Cup final. He's played every playoff game for Vancouver, 11 wins and 5 losses. Jim Pickett hands a new stick to Clark Gillies. Not dressed for the Islanders are Hector Marini, Thomas Johnson, the 2 youngsters on their roster for the playoffs, Greg Gilbert and Gord Dineen. We'll give you the Canuck players not dressed when we get the opportunity. It's a long list of 9 players. Made 2 changes from Game 3. Offside at the Vancouver line. Live from the Pacific Coliseum in Vancouver, the Stanley Cup playoffs. Ivan Boldurev and Brent Sutter on this face-off. Brent Sutter centering Clark Gillies, and Dwayne Sutter was an outstanding line for the Islanders in Game 3 here when they won 3-0. Vancouver is counting with Boldurev nil and Rhoda as Potvin controls the puck. This is Gillies with a pass. Doug Hallward chasing the puck. Icing called on the Islanders.
Well, Gary, the Vancouver Canucks are going to have to continue to take it to the Islanders. The defensemen are going to have to move in from the points into the deep slot, hoping for a shot. Pinch as well, and that's going to leave them pretty vulnerable for a long pass up through the middle.
Absolutely, Howie. You know, in the last game, second and third period, the Canucks kept trying to carry that puck over the blue line. The wall was set up. They had no opportunity to do that. But if you have both wingers skating at top speed and fire into those corners and mix it up a little, I think the Canucks would be a lot more successful doing it that way.
Well, up until now, they've dominated the corners and every end in front of the net. Any team they've met in the playoffs here tonight and in this series, I just think it's the other way around.
Playing the Islanders zone as Billy Smith clears it to the boards for Clark Gillies. Gillies, rink wide to Gordy Lane. It's dumped in. A little bit of high sticking between Nill and Lane. Away from the play, the officials move in quickly as Jim Nill and Gordy Lane are being guided towards the penalty box. Gordy Lane from Brandon, Manitoba. I wonder if you'll be going to the Wheat Kings reunion that's coming up. Here's a look at the penalties.
Well, both of them had their sticks up, a little bit of intimidation going on, and so Wally Harris, the referee, not taking any chances and sending them both to the box.
Stan Spiel couldn't get loose with the puck. Doug Hallward rushing in on Langevin. Hallward trying to go through the middle, couldn't get through. And Langevin, so solid on the Islander defense, got control of that puck back to Stephen Pearson. Gradine steals it off Pearson. Gradine. Lindgren in deep gambling. Taken off the puck. Stephen Pearson takes over. Lindgren goes after him. Spiel helping out. Someone's yelling, freeze it, so freeze it they do. Spiel and Stephen Pearson. And I know that Stephen Pearson is not going to challenge Stan Spiel, but they have a little discussion about it.
Well, if he's smart, he won't get near Stan Spiel. You know what, I would think I'm tremendously impressed with the defense of the New York Islanders. Sure, we all know of Potvin's ability, both with and without the puck. Ken Morrow has come along tremendous in the last 2 years, but Langevin and Gordy Lane have just turned into excellent hockey players, both with and without the puck.
Howie, they don't do more than they're capable of doing, and that really is a secret behind your blue line. Why try to beat somebody one-on-one if you don't have to? And that's where a lot of guys get themselves into a lot of trouble.
Well, besides having tremendous skills and worked on them and improved them, they're big and strong and love to play.
Vancouver hasn't scored a goal now in 92 minutes against the Islanders since Gary Miner scored a goal early in Game 2. That is early in the third period of Game 2, which eventually wound up a 6-4 Islander victory. The Ducks haven't scored since that point. Shutout here in Game 3. In goes Gradin. Slowed up by Langevin, and there's that Langevin again on the blue line making those big defensive plays. Having a great period. Steele hit Brian Sutcliffe. Steps to Gradin. Gradin taken out by Langevin. There he is again. The teams are 5 aside. 49 seconds left in the penalties as in goes Mike Bossy. Bossy in on goal. Gradin couldn't pick up the puck. Langevin controlling it. Islanders are leading 1-0. Gradin on the board. Stenton didn't see it. Steele went after him. It goes to Stephen Pearson. 5:28 left in the first period. New York 1, Vancouver 0 on a goal by Butch Goring. Langevin with the puck. Big guy from St. Paul, Minnesota. To Pearson, bumped by Williams. And Stenton goes to the puck. Stenton back out there after being shaken up earlier in the period. Pearson with the puck. Williams moves into check. Billy Carroll. Drop pass, swung away it. Intended for McEwen, centered for Anders Keller. Carroll with the puck. Now to McEwen. Missed the far corner. The teams are back at full strength. Jim Mill with the puck. 2 Islanders back and Still comes in. Trying to go in. Billy Smith covering up the puck. Williams arrived, working over Billy Smith a little bit.
It certainly looks like the Vancouver Canucks are trying to initiate a lot of the after the whistle and perhaps initiate a fight. The Islanders are backing away. They're just minding their own business, concentrating on hockey. We saw Williams a couple of times run after Pearson. There's a good hit. Smeel, Trottier. Watch how fast Trottier gets off the ice.
That's all that fellow does, and that's Dan Smeel. He is just a tremendous hockey player, very, very punishing, an excellent checker, and when he learns to score some goals and for the holes a little better, he'll be just a great all-around hockey player. He was a good skater. Look out.
Stan Smeel, the pride of St. Paul, Alberta. Mike McEwen goes to the puck. Rhoda ties him up. Boulder going in after the puck. Lars Lindgren shoots off the target as Rhoda was decked in front. Lindgren trying to keep it in. Down on the ice, can't keep the puck in. This is Mike McEwen coming out. Rhoda tying him up. In goes Butch Goring. There's a penalty coming up. It looks like a Vancouver penalty, but we're waiting to see how Wally Harris sorts it out. The Stanley Cup playoff game is coming to you from Vancouver.
The Canucks are certainly playing hard, but this time they get a little rambunctious as Darcy Rhoda heads for the penalty box in the roughing call. And again, you're taking a penalty in an area. It should never happen. No. Especially if you want to stay alive.
The Islander power play is so potent all through the playoffs. They've averaged, well, they get 21 goals rather on the playoff percentage for 29.6. Potvin to Stephen Pearson. Butch Goring having a very strong first period. He scored the only goal of the period thus far. Hurried by Moline. A stick came up and the puck stayed in. Lindgren intercepted the side of the goal. Got it to the line, but Stephen Pearson with a good effort kept it outside. Brodeur swept the puck to Miner, who throws the puck down the ice.
Trying to complete the double play.
He didn't close his head on the puck.
I wonder if he plays second base in baseball. In goes Potvin. Davey Potvin centering it for Nystrom. Just failed to pick it up. Nystrom from the corner. Right in front and shot wide by Potvin. Trottier and Green after the puck. Trottier so strong on the boards, controlling the puck. Stephen Pearson to John Stanley. A delayed penalty coming up. Bernier makes the save. There's a delayed penalty coming up to Vancouver. Now it'll be called. And Green is hammered by Nystrom in the corner. And Green gets up slowly after Nystrom's hard hit.
Nystrom will also receive that penalty on the charging call. What an opportunity for the Islanders, who would have had a 2-man advantage. But Nystrom on that tremendous hit against Gradine will take care of that situation. And both teams will play a man short. Actually, on this sequence of penalties, both will receive a penalty, with the Islanders still having that manpower advantage.
Well, that was Snip's elbowing Potvin, and I'm more and more impressed with the way Dennis Potvin is playing. Every time I see him on the ice, he's dominating this game just like he did a couple of years ago, both on defense and offense, and no one handles the puck, no one anticipates any better than Potvin. And to top it off, he's got a tremendous mean streak as well. He's tough and he's mean.
Well, Roger Nielsen had said, we're going to come up with our best game of this playoff series, and they are playing hard, and has to be very frustrating for the Canucks. They still find themselves 1 goal behind.
47 seconds left in this Islander power play. That's the time left in Rota's penalty. As you look at Jim Nill at the Vancouver bench, not dressed. Well, we'll pass along the scratches from the Canuck lineup if we get the opportunity. There's the Vancouver bench with Ron Smith working alongside of Roger Nielsen. Bobby Nystrom from Kamloops in the penalty box for that hit on Gradine.
Well, I'll tell you, if you're going to run at anybody on that Vancouver club, it's got to be Gradine.
Potvin from the point. Tied up near the blue line, and the puck came out. Bob Bourne controlling it. Islanders are leading 1-0, 2:55 left in the first period. Trottier to Pearson. Stephen Pearson to Denny Potvin. Played it to the point. Nobody there. Bossy recovering it to Stephen Pearson. Back for Bossy. Hustling to that puck. Mike Bossy. Trying to get it to Trottier. Jerry Miner intercept. Took a bump from Potvin, who's a solid hitter. Bossy to Trottier. Bringing it in. Trottier to Potvin. The shot off the target. Trottier goes to that puck again. Gillies in the slot. Shot from the point. Blocked by Lars Moline. Vancouver's back at full strength. Rota with the puck. Darcy Rota. Potvin taking him out. Puck center. Miner taking a whack at it. Campbell trying to center it. And the Islanders defend so well around their territory. Campbell shot. Blocked. Miner backhander. Blocked. Great save. It's got on the rebound. It's 1-0.
The people have been waiting for this for a long time. The flags wave as Darcy Rota in a scramble in front, and what tremendous pressure the Canucks put on in the Islanders zone, and how we finally are rewarded.
Oh, Miner was the fellow in front right there. Stayed with the puck, got the backhand shot. It was blocked. He'll get it again, and there it goes to Spiel. Spiel has one crack. I kind of think maybe it was
Actually, it was Spiel that put it in, not Rota. Rota was standing to the side of the net. In any event, the Canucks have tied this one, and the response of the crowd is unbelievable.
And Billy Smith had made 3 saves before the puck went in, and that was a great one. I was sitting here, you don't see saves better than that, but he had the puck in his hand, dropped out of his hand between his legs, and that fellow you're looking at right there, who is the heart of this hockey club, Stan Spiel, put it in the net. We have a 1-1 hockey game.
Oh, he didn't give up on it, though. That second effort to just go after that puck, try for that rebound, and Stan Spiel has tied it. Good pressure.
Forward with the puck. Miner and Campbell get assist on the goal at 18:09 of this first period. Spiel tying up leads. The play was stopped by referee Wally Harris.
I think one thing that's very evident, if the Islanders had figured for an easy game, they can forget about that, because the Canucks have shown right from the drop of the puck that they mean business, that they're going to go down fighting if that is what will happen.
Gentlemen, I think perhaps the most influential aspect of that, maybe Roger Nielsen getting them ready for it, but this crowd at the start of the game had more towels, a longer standing ovation, made more noise than they ever had before. It's pretty hard to give up when the crowd has.
Ryan Trottier shooting it in as Park Gillies races after. Perdue swept it away. Butcher to Smeel. That's Fraser with him as Smeel shoots it in. Billy Smith controls it for Lane. Beating it up now for Brent Sutter. Well, that was Dwayne Sutter, I should say. Out there with Brent Sutter and Park Gillies. This is Ivan Blanca to Fraser. Great play by Dwayne Sutter. And then Fraser speared Billy Smith behind the flag. In goes Dwayne Sutter. Lane shot. Perdue stopped it on the short side. Butcher throws a heavy hit back to the net on Dwayne Sutter. Stan Smeel rushing with the puck. Smeel bringing it in. Trying to get it to Halinka. Tipped away. Tonelli's pass goes astray. Icing waved off. 35 seconds left in this frantic first period at 1-all. Fraser failed to pick up the puck. Pearson kept it in. Perdue sweeps it aside. Taggart Williams from back of the net. To Lars Moline coming in on Langevin and Pearson. Moline centering it for Williams. Great save by Billy Smith. Robbing Taggart Williams, set up by Lars Moline. Steal by Grenade. Stephen Pearson moves to check him. 6 seconds left in the period as the clock continues to run. Goring gets the puck. Hit by Williams. The period comes to an end.
Without a doubt, the Vancouver Canucks' best period of the Stanley Cup playoffs. I mean, such enthusiasm, such a burning desire to achieve. You can't play any better than the Canucks did that period.
Well, the last 10 minutes of the period after the Islanders got that goal, they were just sensational, and had it not been for saves like that one, Billy Smith off of Williams, the Canucks could be leading this 2-1. How about that? You wouldn't believe it, would you?
The Canucks outshot the Islanders 10-9 in the first period, so the score at the end of the first period, Vancouver won, the Islanders won. Denny Potvin with the puck. He set up Butch Goring's goal and opened the scoring. Stan Smeel tied it for Vancouver from Campbell. And a second assist to Jerry Minor in the Vancouver goal. Now the play stops. Gary?
Well, again, you know, we talk about things that you can't teach players. That's enthusiasm, desire to win. Both teams have certainly shown what it takes to excel in the National Hockey League, and I can't say enough about the workload that these two teams put in that first period.
Well, we've talked about Stan Smeel at the heart of the hockey club, the fellow that sets the example, the acting captain right now, and when the statistics come up for the first period, the Canucks had 10 shots, and Stan Smeel had 5 of them, and in that 5 was the goal. He is just a very interesting person, a very dedicated, very hard-working guy.
Also, Howie, the Islanders had 9 shots. 6 of them were registered by defense. So in front of the net, in that area, Canucks are doing a good job in the Islander forwards.
Boldyrev and Brent Sutter on the face-off. Butcher along the boards with Dwayne Sutter. Brent Sutter digging for the puck. Continuous battle along those boards. Boldyrev trying to stay with young Brent Sutter. Mark Gillies gets the puck. Being slowed up by Lindgren. Still in the Vancouver zone. Brent Sutter shot. Perdue stopped it through a screen. Was knocked down by Dwayne Sutter in front of the net. And Darcy Rhoda comes out with the puck. That's Jim Nill with him. Darcy Rhoda in on Langevin. Rhoda centering it. Oh, Billy Smith stopped that deflection right in front. Ivan Boldyrev with the puck. Boy, is Smith looking sharp. Boldyrev to the point. Garth Butcher. Weak pass. Tipped behind the net. Stephen Pearson tripped up Jimmy Nill. The crowd reacted. Stephen Pearson complains he's going to get a penalty.
Well, Stephen Pearson gets a 2-minute holding penalty, but just a few seconds before that, Rhoda threw one in front of the net right on Pearson's stick, and he forced Billy Smith to make an unbelievable save. Ivan Boldyrev, gee whiz, great talent all year long. Didn't check his in case. A few moments you saw him ago, you saw him do quite a job of Brent Sutter behind the Vancouver net.
Vancouver on a power play and a 1-all tie. Halinka with the puck. Shot, picked out. As Neil Bellin fired that shot, and there was Smith again. And it's Smith right now that's the hottest goaltender, getting the most work. Halinka moving in, trying to get it to Fraser. Fraser trying to put it in front. Smith put it behind the net. Morrow battling behind the goal. It came to Halinka. Bouncing in front. Fraser shot at the empty net. Went wide from the point. Moline shot. Blocked. Butch Goring plays it to Billy Carroll. Carroll and Goring at the Vancouver line. Broken up by Moline. This is Halinka coming in on Potvin. Halinka passing in front for Fraser. He just missed it. Smeal from the corner to Kurt Fraser back in the net. Checked by Potvin. Puck goes loose. Put across in front of his own goal by Goring. Cleared by Carroll. Getting it out.
Well, the Vancouver Canucks are just flying out of their own zone, not letting the Islanders get to them in the forechecking, and they're carrying the play to the Islanders.
Canucks still on a power play as Moline paid for that rush, being hit by Langevin, who's been hitting all night. Rhoda from back of the net. Tied up by Gordy Lane. And Jim Nill was tripped up by Langevin. And they all get into a little discussion.
A lot of times what the Islanders will do when you position men in front of Billy Smith, instead of trying to eliminate that man and clear the front of the net, the defenseman will move in front of that screen and block the shots. Potvin did it very effectively on a blast from the point. Just got in front of the Quebec, or what am I thinking of Quebec for? The Canuck player, and was able to make that save and direct the puck in the corner.
Well, just watch Billy Smith here. The Canucks against Calgary, Los Angeles, and Chicago had the big edge in goaltending. Brodeur gave them at least a goal a game edge, but here against the Islanders and Billy Smith, it's a different story.
Bourne working for that puck, crashes into the boards with Hallward. Bourne trying to get up, he tripped over Hallward. Here comes a Vancouver penalty to Darcy Rhoda for hitting Gordy Lane. Puck is in front of the Vancouver net, it bounced in. It went into the net. Is it a goal or not? It went in off a glove in front of the net. I think Wally Harrison stopped the play, but it looked like it went in off a Vancouver player's glove in behind Brodeur.
I don't think Harrison stopped the play, but he's calling it no goal, thinking it must have gone in off an Islander glove.
Well, let's have a look at it. Quite a scramble in front.
I think it went off Rhoda's glove.
Yeah, let's look in front as Rhoda comes right in front of the net and directs it behind Brodeur. It will not be a goal.
Well, I kind of think why the official blew the whistle is the change of position of the puck. Perhaps the shot at Brodeur, the original shot, Harris must have thought, well, that's the Canucks are in control. I'll blow the whistle and give them the penalty.
But it was just a deflection, and then I don't know if you would call that good control by gloving it into your own net. I don't think so. So the Canucks get a good break, but they still are a man short.
And Darcy Rhoda can't continue to take penalties like this, or nobody can take penalties like this against the New York Islanders. They're just too dangerous on the power play, and you have to take the man, but certainly not add your momentum when you're going into the fence. That's the second foolish penalty Rhoda's taken tonight. Sooner or later, they're going to get burned.
Rhoda for cross-checking, 3:02 into this second period. Right now, the teams are 5 aside, but in 15 seconds from now, New York will have the man advantage. It's a 1-all tie. McEwen passes to Trottier. Snep moves to Jacob. Trottier getting away from Snep. Lost control of the puck. Lindgren got it off the board. Jim Nill overskates it. And Snep swept it out to center ice. And Stephen Pearson, as you see, is back on. So the New York power play gets to go to work. And it's been outstanding all through the playoffs. Jim Nill going after the puck. There's a minute and 27 seconds left in Darcy Rhoda's penalty. The score is 1-all. Goring and Spiel scoring in the first period. Denny Potvin moving in. Bumps at the line. McEwen shot blocked by Lindgren. Jerry Minor goes to the puck and clears it out. Trottier checked by Snep. Nill gets the puck, misses Minor with a pass. Mark Gillies. Ryan Trottier. Lindgren moves to check him. Brodeur stopped the puck for Snep, but took a heavy hit from big Mark Gillies. Mike Fossey ran into Snep. Lindgren trying to get the puck. From the point, Denny Potvin Shot in the crowd. It's blocked in front. Smith going to the puck. Couldn't get it out. Mike Bossy centering it. Lindgren blocked it. Bossy from back of the net. Centering it to the point. Puckman fakes. Pass. Person shoots. Right in front. Purdue down, and the save is made. Jerry Minor didn't get it out. McEwen shoots. It's blocked. Puckman shoots. Great save. The rebound. Loose puck. Still in play. Puckman goes to the puck. Hey, how's this for action? Smith has lost his stick. Gillies behind the net to Brian Trottier looking for someone in the slot. Puckman shot. Loose puck. They score. They had to put it in eventually, and it was Mike Bossy who put it in the net.
Well, the whole key was Bossy where he positioned himself. He saw the angle of the shooter, knew that if Brodeur made the save, if there was a rebound, look at there, it had to come out to him. He's behind everybody, nobody near him. He would be, I would think, just a pretty good guy in geometry.
Absolutely, but tremendous pressure. You could just sense that the Islanders had the score. They just good control of the puck in the corners, behind the net. Sneps was without a stick, but that's what makes Bossy so great. The ability without the puck to move in a position that if it does come to him, it's in the net.
Bossy's 16th goal of the playoffs. Islanders lead 2-1. Ivan Halinka, the Stan Smeal. Shot deflects wide. Kurt Fraser goes to the puck. Smeal on the boards with Nystrom. Campbell kept it outside. Blocked in front by Stephen Pearson. Here come the Islanders again. Tonelli with the puck. To Nystrom. Coming in on goal. Tied up by Campbell. Kurt Fraser to Stan Smeal, but he'll be offside. Tonight's Stanley Cup playoff game is coming to you from Vancouver. To Mike McEwen. Born in Horn Plain, Ontario, Mike McEwen lugging the puck. The former Ranger and Rocky dumping it in. Dwayne Sutter after him. McEwen. Green blocked the pass. Lindgren battling with Brent Sutter. The battle goes on. Dwayne Sutter from back of the net. Smith cleared the puck. Didn't get it out. Puckman with a good effort to keep it in. Bob Bourne shoots off the heel of the stick. Shot just went wide. Dwayne Sutter centering it. Sliding down the ice.
You know, what's also hurting the Canucks is the giveaways. They have possession in their own zone, and they're in such a hurry to ice it, they're just coughing it up.
Well, twice on that Bossy goal, he did that very thing.
Trottier in on Smith. Bossy in the slot, tipped it to Gillies. Shot wide. Stephen Pearson. What a power play. Bossy, Gillies, Trottier, Potvin, and Pearson controlling the puck. 38 seconds left in the penalty. Mike Bossy with the puck. Mark Gillies tipped it to Bossy. Smith checks Bossy. Williams gets the puck down the ice.
Again tonight, their passing, I would say, in the last 10 minutes, just been marvelous, hasn't it? They just fire it like bullets. Their pass receiving is excellent.
Trottier brings it in. Gillies going for the net. Mike Bossy shoots. He scores. Bossy, 3-1 Islanders.
Well, you'll never see a better play than that one. Gillies made it all possible. He headed for the net, took steps with him. Bossy dropped behind, come in late. And oh, did he put that one in the corner. Watch Gillies go for the net and create the opening. Trottier hangs onto it. Gillies now is going for the net. There you'll see him. Look at the big opening. Bossy dropped back. Oh, Brodeur way out challenging. Just an excellent shot.
Was it offside at center ice when Trottier picked up the pass? That's what the Canucks are arguing on the ice.
Number 17. Does that equal the output of last year for Mike Bossy in the goal-scoring department?
Yes, it does.
Last year, Mike Bossy scored 17 goals in the playoffs.
Trottier and Pearson getting assists. Sorry, Gary.
He doesn't waste any time firing that puck just inside the right post.
8 minutes, the time of the goal. 8 seconds before the penalty expired. His other goal came 2 seconds before the penalty expired. The power play is the Islanders in front, 3-1. John Tonelli carrying the puck, dumping it in. Nystrom goes in against Campbell. Battling back of the net. Butcher puts it on the boards for Smeal. Lindgren, or rather Halinka, trying to bring it out, but the play is called offside at the Canuck blue line. John D'Amico waves the centers out, so Smeal faces off against Tonelli. And they came out of the same mold. Two hard workers on these two teams in the Stanley Cup final. Fraser and Nystrom bumping together. And it's Mike McEwen rattling the puck on the boards. Campbell keeping it onside. Nystrom bats it down. It's knocked off at 6. Kurt Fraser from the corner. Smeal back of the net, couldn't control it. Tonelli to Goring. Has Nystrom on his right taking the pass. Nystrom in on Campbell. Goring going for the slot. The play broken up. Back up Fraser with Halinka, Campbell, and Smeal. Halinka brings the puck in. Bump near the line. Fraser to the corner, and the goaltender, Billy Smith, yells, "What in front?" Still yelling instructions to his mates as the puck is cleared into the Vancouver zone. Garth Butcher, the rookie from Regina, in his first playoff game in the National Hockey League. But here he ices the puck. Stephen Pearson picking it up. Icing call on Vancouver.
Well, the beauty of replays is to check for ourselves. Is it offside? There's the pass from deep inside the blue line.
Boy, is that
I need to call it.
Oh, close. When you get breaks like that, as I said a few moments ago, when you have what you think is a fair goal go in the net and it's disallowed, and you do not complain. So it's tit for tat. They're a class organization with great talent.
Canucks may have argued that there was an offside pass over two lines as Trottier picked it up and set up the third Islander goal. We'd like to mention who's not dressed for Vancouver tonight. Injured defenseman, you look at Ivan Mulder, injured defenseman Kevin McCarthy, Rick Lance, Yuri Bubla. Also not dressed for Vancouver are Gary Lupul, Anders Eldebrink, B.J. McDonald, Ole Brasser, a lot of them sitting up behind us here, Tony Curry, and Mo LeMay. 9 players in the Vancouver roster for the playoffs, not suited up for this game tonight. The two changes Vancouver's made, they've inserted Garth Butcher, and Mark Crawford is back in the lineup tonight. Crawford replacing Lupul, Butcher replacing Eldebrink. Darcy Rota with the puck, shooting it in. Billy Smith now working on a 3-1 lead after his 15th win of the playoffs, and that would be a Stanley Cup record. The crowd yelling as Bolderev fell over Stephen Pearson, and the play went on. Wayne Merrick turned around at the blue line, and the play goes offside.
Well, there's a fellow there that just improved tremendously over the years. Gosh, he can handle the puck, he can make the plays. And as I said the other night, I think he on one point, Stephen Pearson and Dennis Potvin on the other are the two best point men in the league, and they're head and shoulders above anybody else when you're a man short. Witness tonight.
Stephen Pearson, a 27-year-old from Sweden, who was a 13th round draft choice. How about that for a pick? Neil Belland tied up on the boards by Wayne Merrick as they battle for the puck. Bolderev goes in to get control. Back to the other side, Anders Keller is number 28 of the Islanders, intercepted by Bolderev. DeLorme feeds Rota. Rota coming in on Pearson. Rota looking in front. Pearson blocked the pass and winds up with the puck. Smith moves up to keep it in, but it's kicked out of the Islanders. Billy Carroll takes over, coming in on Neil Belland. Carroll for Merrick in front, and he tipped it just wide as Wayne Merrick just missed that chance. Smith falls, gets up to the puck. 9:27 left, second period. Islanders 3, Canucks 1. Denny Potvin goes to the puck. The Islanders have outshot the Canucks 7-2 in this period. Brent Sutter took a hit from Ron DeLorme, but Brent Sutter goes right in after that puck. The 19-year-old from Viking, Alberta, gets it to his brother Dwayne Sutter. Makes the move as he's hooked by Belland. Belland goes to the puck, rattles it off the board. Gordy Lane kept it in. Berdine gets it to Ron DeLorme. DeLorme shooting it in. Billy Smith handled it easily. Leaves it for Potvin. Williams ran at Potvin. Dwayne Sutter deflecting it in. Lindgren chasing it. So Sutter. Lindgren got to the puck. Icing called on the Islanders. Hockey Night in Canada will continue in a moment. Face off in the Islanders zone. And there's Babe Pratt, the Hall of Famer Walter Babe Pratt, the first employee the Vancouver Canucks ever hired, and he worked on the first Hockey Night in Canada telecast here in Vancouver. Still works for the Canucks organization. What a great player he was, Howie.
Oh, could he handle a puck? I'll tell you, just something else.
Trottier coming in on Butcher. The puck is shot in. Bourne racing after it. Brodeur had to steer it to the corner. Mike Bossy from the corner to Trottier. Bourne out there with him. Goes to the front of the net. Butcher having trouble with Trottier. He's so strong along those boards.
Trottier sets up the goals. Mike Bossy puts them in. And with 7 goals in the Stanley Cup Championship, he has tied a National League record that took place in 1956. And John Beliveau has 7 goals in that series.
How about that fun? 17 playoff goals last year, 17 this year. That's 34 goals. He has a total of 71 goals in 50 games. No, he's got 52 goals in 71 games. Unbelievable.
And 2 big ones in the second period of this game as the Islanders lead 3-1. Williams throwing a check on Bob Bourne along the boards. Williams keeps working for the puck on his knees, gets up to the puck. Green goes into help out. The puck came around to Lindgren on the board. Lars Lindgren unloads the shot. Williams tried to deflect it in front. Bourne coming out with the puck. Checked by Lars Moline, who dumped it in. Green goes in against Ken Morrow. Missed him. Oh, Green went crashing into the board as he missed Morrow with a check. Morrow ties up Moline, and the Islanders come out with the puck. Bourne tied up by Williams. Gradin turns with the puck. Thomas Gradin to Colin Campbell. Looking for help. Shot wide of the net. Williams and Bourne along the board, joined by McEwen and Gradin as they cover up the puck.
Well, the Vancouver Canucks certainly haven't let up. They're still carrying the play to the Islanders, and I would think making this game just tremendously interesting for everyone here, and I hope all of the fans doing it at home.
Well, when you're behind, you have to take chances, and we've noticed time and time again that the defense, when the opportunity presents itself, will pinch in, trying to intercept that pass along the boards. And on a few occasions, the Canucks have been very successful in that area. Still think, Howie, they have to get that second man going for the net. You know, sometimes the forward will have the puck, he's ready to shoot it. Nobody close to Billy Smith. Go ahead, Smith, try for that deflection.
Halinka wins the draw from Trottier. Loose puck in front. Well, how about that? Trottier lost the face-off in his own zone.
Well, he's never won one yet off Halinka and Gradin in that situation where they're going to their forehand. They're continually getting it back along the board. Gradin has done this all the time, as Halinka has it. Getting it back to their forehand along the boards. And Smeal had an excellent chance to put the puck by Billy Smith, but he couldn't get it up high.
Well, let's watch it again. The same setup.
Yeah, now the Islanders have the defenseman out there to head for the point.
Again, Halinka won the draw. Smeal's shot. Billy Smith is there with a good save on Smeal's shot. Bob Nystrom in on Colin Campbell. Nystrom put it to the end boards for Goring. Goring from the corner. Hallward checking Goring. Fraser goes to the puck. Scoops it to Smeal. Coming in on Langevin. Smeal and Halinka. Halinka takes the drop pass. Took the shot. Went high. Fraser for Halinka. Stephen Pearson checking it. Fraser overstates the puck. Goring very quick to pounce on it. Around to Tonelli. Nystrom breaking out on the right wing. Waits for the pass, and there it is by Tonelli, and Nystrom dumped it in. Tonelli and Hallward after the puck. Campbell goes to it. Poked loose. Stan Smeal starting back. Lost it at his own line to Wayne Merrick. 6:15 left in the second period. Islanders 3, Canucks 1. Tonelli and Nystrom and Merrick now going to the front of the net. Nystrom. Shot. They score. Bob Nystrom with a backhander right along the ice. But Wally Harris is waving it off. Harris, I think, says someone was in the crease.
Watch the great move Nystrom puts on the Vancouver checker right coming out of the corner, right here. Goes down and plays the puck, and that's a no-no.
Well, now, was that Islander player in the crease, or did Stan Smeal push him in the crease?
Well, we'd have to pick it up a little sooner to be able to answer that question.
Well, they're calling it no goal because an Islander was in the crease. I believe that was the announcement. But the question is, and Al Arbor doesn't argue, but the question, of course, always is, was he in the crease on his own, or was he placed there, or pushed there?
Well, there you have Nystrom coming in front.
Oh, he was pushing it.
Was he ever? Almost over top. He was standing on the top of the crease. Spiel made contact with him and just put him almost over the net.
Howie, I like the work that Tonelli made against the boards there to knock that puck loose for Bob Nystrom. You know, the guy never stops, and his enthusiasm on this Islander Hockey Club has certainly paid dividends.
Great money player, of course, scored the overtime goal that gave the Islanders their first Stanley Cup. Wayne Merrick was the player who scored the winning goal in last year's 4-1 victory over the Minnesota North Stars in the final. Islanders won the deciding game, the final game of that series, 5-1. Neil Bellin to Ivan Boldurin. Merrick checking him. Darcy Rhoda gets the puck. Now to Bellin, the youngster from Sudbury, trying to get through the defense, couldn't get through. Denny Potvin starts back. 5.5 minutes left, second period. Potvin has to wait for his team to get onside. Now to Carroll, who tips it in and races after it as Richard Brodeur plays it on the boards to Jim Nill. Islanders on a change as Nill gets it to Rhoda. Now to Bellin. Chipping it in, and it's cleared away. Billy Carroll hustles after the puck, and he's hooked to the ice by Neil Bellin. Bellin will go to the penalty box. The Islanders' power play goes to work again. Live from the Pacific Coliseum in Vancouver, the Stanley Cup playoffs. 1:45 left in period 2 in Game 4 of the Stanley Cup final. Islanders 3, Canucks 1. Bossy with a pair, and Goring has scored for New York. Stan Spiel has scored for Vancouver. It was 1-1 after 1. Stephen Pearson clearing it ahead to Brian Trottier on the left wing, and the play is offside. We're going to see a great player profiled in the Legends in the next intermission, as there's a little mix-up here. Sean Beliveau will be talking to Bobby Orr.
What a classy individual he is. I think if you want your son to grow up like somebody, it would be a Jean Beliveau. A lot of respect for that man.
Well, he certainly was a great hockey player. There's no doubt about that. I know the year I coached in the National Hockey League, someone in Montreal said that, or quoted me as saying that John Beliveau didn't play too well on the road. Next time in Toronto, we had 3 goals the first 3 shifts, and he come by. He says, Mr. Meeker, he says, I play pretty well on the road. I said, just shot.
1:14 left in the second period. The two number 22s on that face-off, Bossy and Williams, as the Canucks have Boldurin, Williams, and Moline as a unit now, and Roger Nielsen's doing a lot of line juggling to try and get something going. Stephen Pearson coming in on Lars Lindgren. Pearson right in. Brodeur made a good save. The rebound is loose. We're in the last minute of the second period. Lars Moline in on Bossy, and Bossy broke up the play, filling for Stephen Pearson, the defenseman who had rushed. In goes Bob Bourne. In on Butcher. Bourne from behind the net. Bourne, weak shot when checked by Butcher. Moline comes up, and Bourne back-checking intercepts.
Butcher must have thought, I didn't see anybody like this in Regina.
In goes Tiger Williams. Shot drifting to the corner. 27 seconds left in the second period. Puck covered up on the boards, and Billy Smith yells for his mates to freeze it, and freeze it they do.
Well, he's trying to help his defenseman out. He has a pretty good view of what's happening in his own zone. And then Scorty Lane had a couple of Canucks coming at him. You heard him. Freeze it. Let's wait for the face-off, and out comes Trottier.
Billy Smith, 31 years of age, from Perth, Ontario. As you look at the clock in the late stages of the second period, Butch Goring at 32 is the oldest member of the Islanders.
Now, the last time we saw the face-off on the other side, and Holinka beat Trottier on 2 straight occasions. Let's see what he can do on this side of the ice.
Well, Trottier won the draw very cleanly to Gordy Lane. Butch Goring tips it out. 17 seconds left in the period. Carroll steps at his own line, tipped away by Trottier. And I'm sure a lot of the fans here are thinking about Game 3 when the Islanders took over in the second period and clamped down in the third. Canucks keep working, but they can't get anything going against this strong, disciplined Islander team as the second period comes to an end.
You cannot fault the Canucks with the work effort that they're giving. They're giving all they can out there, but it's the penalties that has really hurt them as Bossy has registered those 2 power play goals.
Well, as you watch the Islanders in that second period, they skate so well, they headman the puck so well, they're so tough in the corners, and when they do lose possession of the puck, they just fly back, and Skating's the name of the game, and amongst other things, the Islanders skate better than the Canucks.
On the last contest here, they have a way of shutting the gate, shutting you down completely, and we'll just have to wait and see if they do the same thing. I'm sure that's what they have in mind.
Ken Morrow shot wide of Richard Brodeur. Brodeur and Smith the goaltenders, and they've been outstanding all through the playoffs. Thomas Gradin for Kurt Fraser. Fraser in on Morrow. Morrow winds up with the puck. Gradin digs it out. Gradin trying to get in front. Smeal. Mellon's shot went wide. Potvin put it to the board. Gradin to Smeal. Shot. Scramble. And the puck went wide of Billy Smith. Mike Bossy scoops it. Smith couldn't knock it out of the air as Neil Bellin chases the puck. Brian Trottier moves in to check it. Bellin hands it to Bourne on the board. Bourne to Dwayne Sutter. Slashed by Fraser. He centered it. Trottier right into Brodeur. And the shot went wide as Brodeur was down, and Dwayne Sutter missed that good chance in the rebound. I think Wally Harris thought Brodeur was injured there, and he stopped the play.
That was another giveaway by the Vancouver Canucks, and Sutter set up Trottier right in front of the net, and Trotz was just a little bit too close to Brodeur. Really couldn't do that much with the puck.
I'm surprised the youngster didn't sort of take it to his backhand and try to put it upstairs. He had lots of time, really no pressure from anyone checking on the Vancouver Canucks. He was there all alone.
Cool Wally Harris, the referee, working with linesman John D'Amico and Terry Gauthier. Doug Hallward's pass around to the boards for Darcy Rhoda. He's hit right away by Dwayne Sutter. Hallward gets the puck, and the Islanders work in that forward checking, and now Nill comes out with the puck. Jim Nill. Pass hit a skate. Rhoda couldn't get through. Dwayne Sutter fanned on the puck. Hart Gillies goes to it in the corner. Islanders 3, Canucks 1. We played a minute and 15 seconds of the third period. Campbell putting it off the board. Stephen Pearson steers it to Dwayne Sutter. Lost it to Ivan Halinka. He's one of 7 rookies in the Vancouver lineup tonight. The Islanders have 3 rookies in their lineup. Campbell with the puck. Colin Campbell. Originally a draft of the Pittsburgh Penguins out of Peterborough. Potvin steering it to Bob Knight, coming in with Butch Goring. Goring buzzing around in that Vancouver zone like he's been doing all night. Ties up Campbell. Halinka banks it on the boards for Nill. Nill starting away with Mark Crawford, but the pass didn't get through to Crawford. Nystrom with Pinelli going for the net. Nystrom shot. Went by Brodeur's pads and out the other side. Nystrom almost made it 4. A delayed offside will be called unless the Canucks move the puck out. And they do, so play continues. Campbell to Bolderev, shooting it in. Potvin controlling it, gets it to John Pinelli. Took a hit from Rod Delorme as Mark Crawford dumps the puck in and goes towards the bench, but stays out there as Bolderev shot. Smith made the save, and the puck is held by Billy Smith. Bolderev, Moline, and Williams, the Vancouver forward line. Butcher and Lindgren on defense. Garth Butcher, the rookie from Regina, getting his first chance at the playoffs, and what a night to break in. Lindgren from the point. Bolderev from back of the net. Trying to get from Moline. Moline from back of the goal. Bolderev put it to the crease. Moline from the corner. Centering it for Williams, intercepted. Coolly cleared away by Mike McEwen. Butcher to Williams, scooping it in. It bounces to Billy Smith, who steers it to Mike McEwen. McEwen starting a rush to Bourne, to Trottier. On the right wing is Bossy, who has already scored twice. The pass didn't get through. Dave Williams. The crowd urging him on as the Tiger moves in on Stephen Pearson. Brett Sutter goes after Williams on the end board. Smeal after the puck. In goes Smith. Bumping into Stephen Pearson, but the Islanders come out with the puck. Mark Gillies couldn't catch up with it. Neil Bellin lost it off his stick. Trying to handle big Mark Gillies, who centered it. Brodeur made a great save in the game. Brodeur with 2 big saves. Langevin passing it. Brent Sutter trying to center it. Puck goes to Stan Steele. Brodeur remarkable in that flurry. Gradin coming in on Langevin. Gradin going for the net. Langevin forces him to the corner. Gillies getting the puck. He's just past the 4-minute mark. Third period, Islanders 3, Canucks 1. Neil Bellin. Stanley goes in to check him, giving him trouble back in the net. Stanley with that puck. To Nystrom. Smith trying to save with Nystrom. Smith winds up with the puck. To Smeel. To Fraser. Coming in with Halinka. Fraser. Shot. Hit Lane. That stung him a bit. Shakes it off. Stays out there. It's been a long hockey road for Gordie Lane from the International League to the Stanley Cup final. Over the years, in comes Jim Nill. Billy Smith stops Nill's rising shot. Lane with the puck. Misses Goring with a pass. Campbell puts it off the boards and misses Halinka. Lane shooting it in. Tonelli hustling after it. So's Jim Nill of the Canucks. Nill goes to the ice, knocked down along the boards. Nystrom and Hallward. And Tonelli goes to that puck again. Hallward keeping it moving on the end boards. Ran into Bob Nystrom. Nystrom and Tonelli doing some of that great forechecking on the boards that they do so well night after night. Campbell ties up Tonelli. Halinka helping out. Got the puck outside the line. Potvin with the puck. Islanders controlling a 3-1 lead as Potvin pass misses Nystrom. Doug Hallward rushing with the puck. Wayne Merrick moves to check him. In goes Darcy Rhoda. Gordie Lane at the end of a long shift bumps him in the end boards. Potvin digs out the puck. Puts it around on the glass. Hallward to Lindgren. Keller is there to check in. Lane can't get off the ice. He's at the far side from the bench. Merrick fell down. Lindgren lost the puck. Anders Keller played it back to Denny Potvin. Over to Lane. Mark Crawford moves to him. This is Billy Carroll. Turning with the puck, looking in front, put it in the slot, and the shot deflects off Lindgren as Anders Keller got the shot away. Mark Crawford down the left boards. His pass tipped away. Check, check, check. That's the Islanders' game right now as they send two men in very deep forechecking. They lead 3-1. Crawford, bumped by Morrow. Trotti's pass intercepted by Mark Crawford. Rookie Mark Crawford. Checked by McEwen as the puck is bouncing in front. Behind the Islander goal. A backhander by Bolderev. Good save by Smith on Bolderev. Bolderev in front missed the pass. Lindgren goes in against Keller to keep the puck in. Keller and Linden battle for it. Billy Smith is yelling freeze it as the play stops. And Mark Crawford skates into the trap throwing a check. Tonight's Stanley Cup playoff game is coming to you from Vancouver.
Michael Botney, head and shoulders, and I mean head and shoulders, the greatest goal scorer that ever come down the pike. He does it all. Great, great hockey player, and you get the feeling, like I do, that on occasion, or most of the times, there should be two pucks out there. The Islanders totally controlling the puck and totally controlling the play.
Well, that's certainly true, Howie, and it's not how well the Canucks will do this period. It's will the Islanders let them? Now, that's going to determine the outcome of this third period.
Well, against any other team in the league, they'd have to score tied by now.
Bolderev and Trotty on the face-off to Billy Smith's right. Trotty got it to Bossy. Steps intercept. Takes the shot. It's off the target. Langevin slides it to Bourne. To Trotty. He's got Bossy on his right as the puck is shot in. Richard Brodeur scooping it around to the boards for Williams. Lost it. Steps goes to it. Gets it to Williams. It deflects to Bellin. To Bolderev. He's got Moline on his right. Bolderev shoots and deflects off of Stephen Pearson, tipping it up into the seats. 12:38 left in the third period.
Well, that's the first time this period that there's been a 3-on-2 on the Islander defense. Normally what they're doing is getting the puck in, sending one man in to check, and he gets control of the puck in the corner, and they give it back to the points. Certainly they're not getting caught except on that occasion, and they got caught by, I think, the best forward on the Vancouver Canucks tonight, Ivan Bolderev. Played himself a heck of a hockey game.
How about Stan Smeel? Not a bad forward tonight either.
Played well, but I think Bolderev has made more things happen. Carried the puck, beat more people, created more openings.
Right now, Gradin's out there with Smeel and Fraser, and the defense for Vancouver is Campbell and Hallward. The Islanders have Potvin on defense with Lane. Put around on the boards for Clark Gillies. Picked up on the boards by Smeal. And out comes Trottier with Brent Sutter taking the pass. Back to Trottier and they're offside. I'd like to mention an Islander, and you're looking at Mark Gillies, but another bearded member of this team, Ken Morrow, went out fishing with some of the players here in British Columbia waters on Friday and caught an 18-pound salmon. And furthermore, he caught it off a boat owned by a Vancouver Canucks scout, George Wood. And, of course, Morrow and his teammates, there's Morrow, telling him about being the big fisherman.
And they were talking about the one that got away with.
Oh, there was 3 or 4 that got away. And they were all bigger. Gradin with the puck. Fraser in on lane. Fraser shoots. Rebound. Gradin bangs on it right in front. Gradin missing a good chance.
Well, that's been the difference. I mean, if there is a difference where the Islanders really excel is when the opportunity to put the puck in the net, the Islanders do it. The Canucks, they have problems when that chance is there. And Gradin, not very often that he misses, but just in the wrong position, skated by the puck. And there goes another scoring chance down the drain.
Watch Potvin go the wrong way here. He didn't pick up Gradin, and I'm quite surprised Gradin didn't slow down. He's pretty good in front of the net. Had he slowed down, been looking for the rebound, by a good chance he might have put it in, and we'd have a 3-2 hockey game. But listen to this crowd. Halfway through the third period, and they're still thoroughly backing the Vancouver Canucks and having themselves a ball. Great, great hockey fans.
12 minutes, 4 seconds left on the clock. Islanders 3, Canucks 1. Brent Sutter. The Brian Trottier to Clark Gillies. Gillies shoots. Brodeur kicked it away. Garth Butcher with the puck. To Darcy Rota. From Prince George, British Columbia. Darcy Rota. Formerly with the Hawks and the Flames. Couldn't get through that Islander defense. Butcher with the puck. Flips it in. Ken Morrow chasing it. Took a hit from Darcy Rota on the inboard. What a check by Rota as the puck is covered up.
Now the Canucks have thrown everything at the Islanders except the kitchen sink, but the Islanders don't lose their cool. They don't get frustrated. They don't panic.
Well, that was the key there. Rota gave Ken Morrow a pretty good shot against the boards, and Morrow didn't lose his cool, held his poise, and said, hey, that's part of the game. I'm not going to take a penalty and put the team in trouble.
Stephen Pearson's pass tipped away. Rota coming in with the puck. His pass blocked by Pearson, who stayed right with him. Butcher on the boards to Nil. Coming in with Halinka. Nil into the slot. Couldn't get the shot. Lindgren shoots. They hit Billy Smith through the traffic. And Billy Smith, I don't think saw that one, but he's stopping them all.
You're totally right there. It hit him through the traffic. He knew the shot was down low, and he went down on his knees, or the butterfly spread, and the puck did hit him.
Now, Howie, sometimes you have to be lucky. This is one of those occasions. The deflection with Pearson in front of the net and hit Smith and into the corner. Short shifts. That's what the Canucks are doing right now, throwing everything at New York. They've carried the play for the last 3 or 4 minutes, but just can't put one in the net.
Well, I just don't think it's possible for those fellas to give up or to quit. And this crowd is just waving the towels now with as much or more enthusiasm as they did in the opening game. Great to see it. Great to be part of it.
Williams and Trottier on the faceoff. Lane with the puck. 10:56 left on the clock. Neil Belland with the puck. Now to Smith. Nice move to him. Crawford plays it back to Belland. 2 rookies in the Vancouver lineup. Williams with the puck. In on Potvin. The shot. Smith took it in the chest. And Potvin really decked Tiger Williams after he put the shot.
I'll tell you, when you go in on that Potvin one-on-one and you shoot the puck, you just don't want to watch the goalie make the save, because if you do, you pay the price.
Howie, I like the guys that make that pretty pass and then look back to admire it. Then you find yourself up in row 7. That Potvin always finishes his checks. It really didn't look like a difficult shot. Smith perhaps made it look a little more difficult than it was. And you saw Crawford knock Lane into the net.
You know, I was talking with some NHL authorities the other night, hockey authorities. They said, hey, that Tiger Williams, how can he play in the National Hockey League? Well, you know, in this series, he's +3. He's got the best of the Canucks at +9 in the playoffs. How about that?
Bolderez couldn't get that puck in front. Harold Smith shoots at the flick high. Up into the seats and out of play. 10 2:28 left on the clock. 3-1 Islanders.
Well, back to the Tiger, you know, your eyes tell you that he's a poor skater, that he's a very, very poor puck handler. He hasn't got much of a shot. One-on-one, he couldn't beat your grandmother, but when the series is all over, they're going to say, who had the best record, goals for, goals against, and it's the Tiger.
I love this crowd. All right, this is what it's all about.
They know they're beaten, they know they're outclassed, but they know they're on their way to the Stanley Cup again. Someday in this club.
Harold Snip shot to flick wide. Trusty and Williams in the corner. Bolderev taking a swipe at the puck. Mike Fossey goes to it. Scoops it. Snip knocks it down. Bolderev, shot blocked. Moline couldn't get through. Billy Smith steers the puck away. Mike Fossey slides it out. Vancouver's best pressure perhaps in the entire game right now. They're down 3-1, but they keep working to try and get back in it. This might be icing. Bolderev after the puck gets to it, so it's called an offside pass. For the score, the Islanders 3, Vancouver 1. This is Stanley Cup 82.
Well, gentlemen, that Fossey is just something else. Jim has said many a time, Bolderev was all over him. He had 2 shots. Lindgren was laying all over him. He had 2 shots. And still he shakes guys free and gets in the hole.
Steps from back of the net. As the Vancouver team continues to try. They're showing an awful lot of that. But they're still down 3-1 as in comes Halinka, went off his leg. So the play's offside. 6:32 left, and there's big Ivan Halinka. Quite an adjustment for him from Czechoslovakia to Canada this year.
He's playing extremely well tonight, Ivan Halinka. I'm not his greatest fan, but he's played well tonight. There's Bossy cutting in for the net, and it's not too often the puck's right on his stick or back at his feet that he doesn't control it and get a pretty good shot at the net.
Bossy has scored twice, both second-period power play goals. Butch Goring had opened the scoring for the Islanders. Stansfield tied it for Vancouver late in the first period. The first game of the series, 6-5 in overtime. A long overtime game won by the Islanders, then 6-4. As in comes Dwayne Sutter. Harold Snip checked the puck away. Then, of course, it was 3-0 here in Game 3. 6:10 left in this one, and it's 3-1 Islanders. And the Canucks keep coming on, trying to get something going. But Brent Sutter gets the puck. Brent Sutter moving in. Halinka slowing him up along the board. Staying with him. Took him out. Dwayne Sutter and they're battling for the puck. Hallward slides it out. Langevin to Pearson, who shoots it in. Richard Bernard stops it back of the net. Step to Rhoda. To Smeal. Too far ahead. Potvin steers it away. In goes Butch Goring. Puck got away from him. Lars Lindgren scoops it up for Stan Spiel. Checked off the puck by Tonelli. Potvin to Goring, who's out there with Tonelli and Nystrom. All excellent checkers. Neil Bellis trying to rush. Taken to the ice by Potvin. There could have been a penalty on Potvin, but the play continues. Goring hustling after the puck. Lindgren beats him to it. The big Swedish defenseman, the Stan Spiel, checked right away by Tonelli, forced to dump the puck out. 5 minutes left on the clock. Islanders 3, Canucks 1. Went off Spiel's skate, in comes Tonelli. Moving in on Belland, who goes after him. Hauls him down. Young Belland stays with Tonelli. Still with him along the board. Nystrom digging out the puck. To the point, from Morrow. To the opposite corner. What an effort. A lot of effort by these two clubs right now. Look at them hammer away, work hard, and Tonelli got it to Goring. Belland stayed with him. Belland and Lindgren tying up Tonelli and Nystrom. They're weary as they stop the play. The Stanley Cup playoff game is coming to you from Vancouver. There's the time left in Game 4 of the 1982 Stanley Cup Final. Trottier and Bolderev face off. McEwen goes to the puck. He's on defense with Morrow. Trottier, Bourne, and Bossy up front for New York. The Canuck defense, Harold Snep and Doug Hallward. Snep checked by Trottier. The puck goes loose. Now Moline takes possession. Bolderev, Williams, and Moline, the Canuck forward line. Williams checked by Bossy, who keeps after the puck. Bourne dumps it in. Snep goes to the puck. In goes Trottier to check. Trottier falls, checking steps. But it goes forward to tie up steps. Trottier's also there, and they have to cover up the puck.
You know what's really interesting? The Canucks have extended the Islanders to the limit, and have they ever responded here in Vancouver? I mean, what a great road team there.
Yep, I have to totally agree with you, and it seems that I've been doing that quite a bit, Gary, but the Vancouver Canucks, look at the crowd, have just provided great entertainment since the middle of March. They've had a winning attitude, they've worked extremely hard, and they've beaten a lot of hockey clubs that really a lot of people didn't think that they could beat. They've really put hockey back on the map here in Vancouver.
Langevin shooting it on the end boards for Brent Sutter, coming in front. He backhands it to the crease. Gillies fell going after the puck. Boldurev, the veteran from Sault Ste. Marie, the oldest Vancouver Canuck at 32 years of age, to Tiger Williams. Checked by Mark Gillies, who takes it to the boards. Stephen Pearson with the puck with 3.5 minutes left on the clock. Islanders 3, Canucks 1. Moline winds up with the puck now to Lindgren. For Boldurev, it went off his skate. Gillies starts back for New York. Jumping it in as the Islanders go into forecheck. The Sutter boys move into check, and the puck comes to Williams. To Moline. To Boldurev. In on Langevin. Boldurev. Put it in front. Wide of the net. Williams after it on the board. Bumped off the puck. Brent Sutter tripped by Williams, and the play goes on. And both clubs showing signs of fatigue now. When those players go to the ice, they're a little slower getting up. 2:52 left on the clock. Nils couldn't pick it up. Mark Crawford backhands it. Billy Smith picks it away. Dwayne Sutter slides it out. It'll be icing as Neil Belland goes after the puck. And the youngster from Sudbury gets to the puck as icing is called on New York. Howie, 2:35 left. And there's the Islander bench. This is young Mark Crawford coming in here.
He takes it to his backhand and just lets a weak backhander go. Billy Smith had no trouble with it at all. And I think really the big difference outside of Islanders having considerable more talent has been the goaltending of Billy Smith early in the hockey game and late in the hockey game. In particular, he's made 6 or 7 stops that might have beaten him, and we could have had a 3-2 hockey game. He has stayed at his feet. Nothing has beat him on the short side. Nothing has got between his legs, and nothing has got over his shoulder. Tremendous exhibition by both goaltenders of how to play goal.
Vancouver, here's Linka putting it in front as Smith steered it away. Crawford from the corner. Nil from back of the net. Checked by Goring. Potvin and Nil battling near the corner. Linka can't reach the puck. And it's chipped off the boards to center ice. 2:20 left as you see the time running down. Maybe it's the end of the 1982 season. Vancouver needs 2 goals to come back and tie this one. Keep working for it. Halinka shot. There was Smith again to kick it away. Nice with Lane. And the puck is flipped in the Vancouver zone. Belland backboard. Well, these fans haven't given up. Trying to rally the Canucks in the late stages. Big Ivan Halinka chased by Butch Goring. Halinka turning with the puck. To Crawford. To Hallward. Went off his skate over the net. Hallward centering it. Vancouver player Stan Smeel, clipped by a stick, is down on the ice. Smeel injured, and has he ever given it his all in his years with the Canucks, his 4 seasons? Now he's looking around to see who did it. The finger is pointing at Billy Smith, the goaltender, for clipping Stan Smeel. And Smith has really been avoiding this kind of thing in the last few games. We'll see what happens. Smeel in front.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Huh. You know, absolutely no need for it at all to come up like that. That's the way that Smith plays the game of goal. You get in too close, and you're going to get the stick up in the face.
He got it right in the mouth. And Stan Smeel is really livid as the goal stick of Billy Smith caught him in the mouth. And you see the blood in Smeel's face. He's calling for a penalty, but Wally Harris, I don't think, is going to give one. We'll never look at it here. Smeel's cutting in front. He's not in the crease.
Look at that.
There's the stick.
Well, leading 3-1 with 1:37 seconds to go, there's absolutely no need for it at all. I wouldn't condemn him too much for making that play the first or second game of a series. It's a little bit of a warning, and actually he did play that type of hockey the first or second game in the series, but since coming to Vancouver has done nothing but play excellent goal. He's very docile.
Roger Nielsen and Ron Smith at the Vancouver bench, and the Islanders giving a little support to their goaltender, Billy Smith. Stan Spiel talking to Tiger Williams at the Vancouver bench. He was arguing for a penalty of some kind, hoping to get a late power play here with 1:37 seconds left. But Wally Harris did not call a penalty, and there's the steamer. Kid with a lot of character.
Jim, I've got to go back again and say Ivan Halinka, the centerman for the Vancouver Canucks, has just played an extremely consistent game tonight. He's skating like we all thought he could skate. He's a Czechoslovakian, has been a star in European hockey, and he's just been come see, come saw all winter long here at Vancouver. At times showed traces of his great skills, but very, very inconsistent. He skated not good, not bad, but tonight, every shift on the ice, he's made something happen. He has great skills and could be a great asset to the Canucks and to hockey in North America if he had more consistency.
A delay while they clean up some of the debris, including some of those white towels. 1:37 left on the clock. Mike Bossy has scored twice. It was 1-1 after one period. Bossy scored 2 power play goals in the second period. The Islanders have had 2 goals disallowed in this game, but it's still 3-1, and there's the time remaining.
Jim, I said earlier about Mike Bossy. He has 34 goals in the last 2 years in the playoffs, 81 and 82, and in 70 games. This is his 70th playoff hockey game. He has scored 52 goals, and he has 45 assists. That's almost a point and a half a game. As I've said not once, but a dozen times, I think he's the greatest goal scorer that ever played the game. And I know the old Rocket Richard and Gordie Howe fans are going to say, hey, you're off your rocker, but I've seen him do so many things, score so many different ways, and great reaction from skates to stick to quick release and in the net.
And he has a new honor. Mike Bossy has been named the winner of the Smythe Trophy as the most valuable player in the playoffs. I wonder what they'll say if this game is not over yet. The Vancouver comes back and scores a couple of goals. But we've been passed along that information as Williams put Bossy in on the board. And the crowd respond to that. Well, they've made that announcement, but this game and this series is really not over. But there's 1:22 left, and the Islanders have a 3-1 lead in the game and a 3-0 lead in the series. And there's a look at Bossy. So I would imagine they put an asterisk beside, and there's a look at the Smythe Trophy. What scoring won it last year?
You know, I thought that if you really paid Mike Bossy some attention, you made it rough for him, and you constantly finish the check, you might be able to reduce his efficiency. But I'll tell you, let some check rub them over the back of the head, and that's goodbye, Mike, from Tiger Williams. We'll see you next October.
A high stick by Williams that caught Bossy on the forehead. Williams has been staying out of the penalty box a lot in the series. There's the Stanley Cup as they're shining it up. I don't know what the Vancouver people feel when they see that, because they still have a little hope left in this building with 1:22 left and a 3-1 Islander lead. And the Canucks keep trying and trying, but aren't getting too many good scoring chances. They've been outshot 28-24 in the game. Have really been in every game in the series. In goes Bob Bourne. Now it's Trottier to Bourne. Couldn't control the pass. 1:12 left. The first game, a long overtime game. The second game was 4-all with 12 minutes to go. The third game was 2-0 till late in the game. This game has been 3-1 Islanders since midway through the second period. We're in the last minute of regulation time. Miles in the lead. Vancouver's goal is empty now. The Canucks using 6 attackers, desperately trying to get some late goals. They need 2. The puck is cleared into the seats. 40 seconds left in regulation time.
Well, you know, it's been just a great hockey game, tremendously interesting. I would think the fans here are very happy with everything except the final outcome. But if you were to sit down and really examine the referee's performance, I would think you could question a lot of his judgment. But you can't question the judgment really because it has been an excellent hockey game, and they make the hockey game as much or more than the hockey players.
Stan Smeal is back out of the ice after that slip from Billy Smith's stick. And Potvin and Smeal and the officials are having a conference here. Wally Harris wants to keep a lid on things. Well, the Vancouver Canucks are down and their net is empty. But, you know, they're going to scrap and battle and fight right down to that last second.
Oh, they certainly are, and the fans are staying right with them. Jim, you and I have sat here many a game this year, 3-1 down, or even a tie hockey game with 5 minutes to go, and the place will start to empty. Every seat is still occupied. The fans here are still waving the white towels. They're still hollering.
Vancouver has called a timeout. Well, Gary Dornhofer and David Hodge are in position if there is a presentation of the Stanley Cup, and there's every indication, even to this huge crowd, that there will be. You'll hear interviews after the game as Vancouver talking over at the bench. Well, the Canucks really caught fire late in the season as you look at Doug Howard. They knocked off Calgary 3 straight. Los Angeles shocked the whole league by beating Edmonton. And the Canucks knocked off Los Angeles in 5. Then Chicago surprised by winning the North Division. And Vancouver beat Chicago in 5 with great goaltending from Richard Brodeur. But running into the great Islanders, and Billy Smith appears to have brought the Cinderella story to a finish.
Well, I said earlier, Richard Brodeur gave the Canucks a 1-goal advantage at the start of every game. That's how well he was playing. And certainly here in the Islander series, it's been equal. Smith has just played extremely well every game in the fourth.
6 attackers for Vancouver. Bolderev and Trottier facing off. From the point, Howard shoots. Kicked up wide, close call. Jam up back of the net. Stan Smeal from the corner. Bolderev after the puck. Trottier gets control. Trottier some scoring. He has an empty net to shoot at. He shoots. It's blocked by Moline. 22 seconds left. You can see the time running out. Tiger Williams taken to the ice by Trottier. The two friends battling along the board. Friends off the ice, competitors on it. The Islanders are 6 seconds away from their 3rd consecutive Stanley Cup. No American-based team has ever done it. The New York Islanders are the 1982 Stanley Cup champions. The 7th time he'll have sipped champagne from the Stanley Cup. Billy Smith, not popular here, but they love him in Long Island, and why not? His 15th win in the playoffs. The Canucks around Richard Brodeur. As the players stay on the ice, Al Arbour and Gordie Lane. Al Arbour, 3 times winning coach, consecutive victories in the Stanley Cup Finals. His captain, Denny Potvin, who played a great game tonight, Howie.
He certainly did, as did Billy Smith, and I thought a fellow who played extremely well, is Bobby Nystrom. Every time he handled the puck, he made something happen. Jim, I think you'd have to agree that big blue machine from Long Island, New York, has tremendous talent. They're going to be very, very hard take that Stanley Cup away from.
There's what it's all about. And a lot of the Vancouver fans are standing and applauding. They stayed here in the building. They gave the Canucks a tremendous ovation when they left the ice. And now they're applauding. And there's the guy holding it up, who was the sniper, the 2nd and 3rd goals again tonight. Mike Bossy, winner of the Smythe Trophy. Yes, and the Islanders are popping the champagne corks as they win it on the road for the first time after winning it twice at home. This is Stanley Cup 82 from Vancouver.
Vancouver fans gave their team one last salute when over 100,000 people showed up for a parade. The Islanders became the first American-based team to win 3 cups in a row. Mike Bossy, who had 2 power play goals in Game 4, was awarded the Conn Smythe Trophy, scoring 7 goals in the series. Thanks for watching Vintage Games here on the NHL Network. I'm Dan Palmer.